So to talk to you about the difference between allergies then and anaphylaxis is an anaphylaxis reaction or anaphylactic reaction is an all over body reaction. And an allergy, normally with Sebastian especially, it's topical, so it's on the top layer of skin. It doesn't normally seep down any further unless it's peanuts, because then it's a really extreme allergy. And this is the problem with allergies. Just because he's not had an anaphylactic reaction to date does not mean that if tomorrow that was peanut butter instead of cashew nut butter, he had that, he could end up having a full-blown anaphylactic reaction. So there's 3 different types of auto-injector. Sebastian's going to show one of them. Just step a bit. That's it. Perfect. That's called a JEX system. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Seb. Next one. That's an MRR system. Wonderful. And finally, the one that most people use in terms of name, which is an EpiPen. If a casualty had an airway or a breathing reaction that was more apparent than what I'm about to talk about in a minute, and it's that kind of position, it's a recumbent position. So head and shoulders slightly raised, and we'd lie the casualty down in this position, and then we'd use the auto-injector. Somebody would be sitting behind him, if this was in a school environment, for example, and how we would do this was to take the lid off, and we'd draw a cross in the outer, in the thigh, and we're going to go in the upper outer quadrant. If you have 2 people, it's preferable that the second person just supports this child and keeps their arm out the way and their leg as still as possible. And then once we've decided which way, and I'm going to imagine it's here, what's that in your competition? So we go on the upper outer quadrant. So I would take the medication and hold it there. All right. And you do that for between 10 and 3 seconds. And the reason I say 10 and 3, 3 and 10, sorry, is because the new batch of EpiPens actually state that you can do this for 3 seconds, and then once it's out, you rub the area. This is a time bias, so this casualty has to go off to hospital. Very important, they go into hospital. And if he had 2 and he's not feeling any better, then 5 minutes later, I would apply another one. Okay, I would give the other one. Really, really important. Now I want to talk to you about what to have happen if this casualty has a different set of signs and symptoms, which is really important. All right. So if this casualty is starting to feel sick and they're lightheaded and a bit woozy, then this position is no good. So what I'd like you to do is lie down for me, please. Right. Yeah, just lie down on your back. Perfect. And then I would raise his legs in the air. Okay, this position is what we would use if somebody has an anaphylactic reaction and they're woozy, they're feeling sick and dizzy. All right, it's not affecting their airway or their breathing so much, it's affecting their circulation, and this is really, really, really important. Once I've laid the casualty in this position and I've used the medication, what we're going to do is use this medication this time just to show you the difference. The leg and shoulder, the leg is slightly raised again, and we take the lid off. Instead of swinging like we did with the EpiPen, we hold it and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We let go and rub the area. Okay, again, I do not sit him up. It's really important that once your casualty is here, you do not raise them. And the reason